It's Monday and we are not off to a good start this week. Well, good morning. It's 8:30. I've done a little bit of work this morning. I woke up in the middle of the night last night and just had a really hard time, excuse me, sleeping well. So rough getting out of bed this morning. I actually have a really busy day, so I missed my workout because I can't just push it. Luckily, I'm running tomorrow evening, so I can probably weight lift in the morning and that'll be fine. It's not ideal, but it will be fine and I can still hit all my workouts this week. But yeah, it's like 8:30 now on a Monday morning. We're gonna have a great week. Let's get back to work. So our first goal of the day is kind of narrowing down some details on CAD software, computer assisted design. If you're not familiar, I'm a occupational therapy capstone student and our capstone is a self-directed project. I'm helping a clinic set up 3D printing in their clinic. So I'm creating the training and learning 3D printing myself. Part of that is learning CAD, learning to CAD, learning how CAD, learning why CAD. I don't know. If you're an engineer, let me know. So I'm gonna do some research on, like, there's free CAD softwares. It might be enough, I don't really know. And then there's some paid ones that they need to know in order for their funding to be updated. It's 9:40. I just sent a document to my mentor about the different CAD systems, comparing them, whatever.
Even though it's risky.
It's the favorite part of my travel.
So I am working on learning how to use Fusion 360, which is computer aided, computer assisted. They mean the same thing and they both start with A, whatever it is. And for some people, engineers, you'd giggle at how bad I am. I don't even know how to open a new project and I'm having a hard time following the tutorial for that. This is me documenting that stage, and then at the end of this capstone, I'll document how I designed something super cool, and that'll be growth. And if you were wondering, I think in my last video, my boyfriend Jake is an engineer, and he was like, you need a mouse. And I was like, I don't need a mouse. I did buy a mouse. So I started studying for boards because my school has us take a practice test, and we have to pass it. In order to pass a class, we have to pass it in order to graduate. And my practice test is in 6-ish weeks, 8 weeks, I think. But I'm basically doing a full board study before that, which will be nice. It'll make the actual board's time easier. Anyways, I'm doing a question bank and I think I'm just gonna do like 15 questions a day. And then every Wednesday, starting next Wednesday, review the ones that I have incorrect. And when I take these, I'm gonna go through, especially ones that I have incorrect. I'm also gonna, I just remembered now that I should do this, start flagging the ones that I had to guess on, even if it was a very educated guess. This platform that I'm using gives you explanations about why the right answer is the right answer. So I can then learn why I got something wrong and also learn why something's correct if I need to, but I'm gonna save myself the time and energy when studying. If I knew something, I don't need to study it again. I'm using TrueLearn as part of my studying. It's not sponsored. They actually have reached out a couple times and I just don't really support how they reimburse content creators. I'm walking that fine line of sharing what I'm using as a tool. So I think it's really good. There's 1,400 questions in the bank, so I'll have plenty of opportunity to practice questions, and I honestly think that's gonna be the best for me. But yeah, I'm gonna go through, I just took one, I got 80%, which is the highest score I've gotten. I've been getting 50 to 60%, which is fine with me, right? I'm here to learn. I'd rather get 50% on these, but I did just get 80% and that feels pretty good. Oh, I got a hand question wrong. I'm not surprised. I suck at hands. We're finding the weak spots. Hands and peds, I'm not surprised. You know the drill. I'm going to babysit.
You know?
Yeah, super long term. Okay, good night. My bad, y'all. It's Wednesday. I literally just worked and studied all day yesterday, so you didn't miss much except a lot of sitting on the computer. We're gonna do more of that today. What era are you in? Because I'm in my listening to NBCOT prep podcast while I lift era. It is now 10:30. So having a good morning, pretty productive. I haven't had breakfast yet, so I'm gonna eat. Usually I eat around 10, but we're a little late and I was a little shaky during that workout there. A little chef snack while we're at it, some turkey. I was up turkey in the pan. I'm making an omelet. I'm sucking. Let's see. I probably know this one. Oh, third degree burn. I haven't worked with burns. Let's see. A client with a third degree burn to the hand is receiving intervention from an OTR. Which method is most effective for the therapist to use when addressing scar management from a burn? Pressure garment, retrograde massage, desensitization. All of them? Okay, let's see where we're at. I'm feeling like it's pressure garment. Not bad. Let's see. Review all. Okay. Which ones did I do with you? Pressure garment. It was a pressure garment. Why was it a pressure garment? Provide consistent and even pressure in order to flatten, smooth, and increase supple appearance of a scar. Pressure garments are worn until the scar has matured, likely 12 to 18 months. I'd move back home forever. I just finished meeting with my professor. It was good. That's what's up. I just pulled up to Wally World. I have to pick up some trial contact lenses because when I got my eyes checked, you guys came with me for that kind of. She didn't have the exact right trial prescription, and I am doing a lot better with the ones that I have, but there is room for improvement. So I think. So she ordered the trial ones that are my right prescription, and I'm picking those up so I can trial them. And with that note, I literally got my eyes checked at a Walmart eye doctor because it was the only place that had availability and I really wanted contacts, so hopefully these work. Contacts acquired. That was so easy. I did used to wear contacts. I stopped for a while and then my prescription expired before I could order more because I was bad planning on my part. But I will say my experience at the Walmart eye doctor was actually really good. She was a great eye doctor. I don't know why I was expecting anything else. I guess Walmart isn't really like esteemed for healthcare, and I didn't want to like set up care that I wasn't gonna have again in 6 months, and getting a new patient appointment takes like 4 weeks anyways, and I've been just like getting headaches from not wearing contacts or like wearing eyeglasses because my vision isn't like terrible, but I've been getting headaches lately. I think just because I'm staring at a computer screen even more than I was when I was a real student. Isn't that nuts? And then like adjusting to looking far away. Whatever. I don't know. I'm not an eye doctor. I'm an OT student. Almost an OT. I just wanted a prescription so I could order contact lenses. Long story long. But my experience was great. I would honestly go back to her. She was really, really amazing. It's Thursday. I'm gonna have a huge computer day. I have a meeting in a couple hours, and then I want to get some things designed in Fusion. So that's what I'm doing. Okay, just to kind of bring you up to speed on where I'm at my capstone. So my first few weeks were focused on the needs assessment, and then I kind of started to dive into learning the 3D printing side of things and the CAD side of things. And the next week, or this past week, what I've been working on is learning the basics of CAD. I designed a Lego block, and like I'm so unfamiliar with these softwares, it's insane. I was able to design and print that block, which was cool. It's cool to like be like, I made this from literally nothing. There was a blank screen on my software and now there's a little block in my hand. Like, that's sick. And the potential that it has to just reduce costs and increase access to care is really cool. So in the next week, I'm refocusing on my needs assessment to try to like kind of bundle that up. And then I'll be trying to design more complex things from scratch. So I asked my mentor what they need in the clinic to be 3D printed. It's just like let me have something to design. So I'll be working on a game token, a little Lego jewel piece, or not Lego, sorry, allegedly Lego jewel piece, because they lose little tiny pieces in the games. And you can order the individual pieces, but it costs like 4 times the amount of the piece to deliver it. Allegedly, what would it be like to print that? Some people are like, oh, that's so easy. But mind you, I have a rehab healthcare brain. I do not have a software design brain. So it's been really cool to learn, and it's a skill that I think is amazing. And also just the potential that 3D printing has, like I said, to reduce costs in care and increase access to like adaptive equipment, help clinics have more unique things in their clinics, splinting one day. That's kind of where we're at. That's what I'm working on. That's what I've been working on. It's literally just a lot of staring at a computer screen and modeling, and it is neat, but it'll be more exciting when I'm 3D printing more unique things. So that's what I'm gonna be on today. I have a meeting at 11:30. It is currently 10:30, so I have an hour. What's really cool about 3D printing is this is a ring split. It's worn here. This is wrong. It doesn't fit correctly, but it's neat because this file is free on Thingiverse. I just put my sunscreen on, but I haven't put my contacts in yet. I'm not wearing contacts today. There is no amount of hand washing that a human can do to get sunscreen off their hands enough to be able to put contacts in. I don't know. It always burns. I will scrub my hands for hours and it'll burn. That's not true. I've never scrubbed my hands for hours, but you know what I'm saying. We're not wearing those today. Also, I have a new Spotify account because I was sharing with a friend previously and I finally got on like a family plan. So I have a new Spotify account, which has given me the opportunity to clean up my music. But instead, I have continued to just be a mess. I will never not have my hands absolutely full and feral while leaving the house. I'm gonna put this all in one hand and then move my keys to the other. And this is just the experience of being a woman. I'm gonna head down into the city to do a run because I wanna actually run. And it's just so hilly and we're at a higher elevation here. And I just don't run as well here. So yeah, I'm gonna go for a little drivey drive to go for my runnity run. And I have a little bit of work to do at the townhouse anyways, so I'll just go there and then there's some great running trails. I am wearing shorts. It is 40 something degrees. It's a little chilly, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit cold. I did grab a vest. Car says it's 40 degrees and it's just been sitting, so I believe it. So yeah, maybe I'm gonna be really cold and it's not gonna go well, but I only have a 2-mile run. It's really nothing crazy. I'm in half marathon training. Actual beef though, because maybe this is a setting that I need to change, but my Spotify, when I go into a playlist, I can only hit play. I used to be able to hit shuffle, so it always starts with the same song, not the vibe. I need to mess with that, but if you have an answer, comment it. You guys remember this room? Aw. This is the townhouse that I lived in for 2 years. I am subletting my room this year because I moved in with Jake. It's currently vacant, obviously. So, part of my mission today, get it ready because my roommate is gonna have a couple friends stay in it, and then someone moves in like a month. And I'm just gonna run from here because that's super simple and I want to. It's 4 o'clock. I'm waiting for stuff to finish in the dryer and then I'm gonna go home. I haven't eaten yet because I wasn't planning to be here this long. I think I successfully talked Jake into going out for dinner. But I do need to fill up gas on my way home. So I'm gonna give that stuff like 5 more minutes and then I'll just kind of like hang dry it. Hold on, I'll be moving in a second. Oh, the heat's on high. I am just kerfuffled about the day of the week. As a concept right now, I genuinely don't know what day it is. I was like, oh man, like this is the last day in the weekly vlog, but I'm pretty sure it's Thursday. So it's definitely Thursday. I do not have a backup camera and I'm in a blind corner. So you guys still get 1 day with me. I don't know what we're gonna do with it. Probably sit at a computer, but that's exciting. I'm gonna hammer a couple raisins as a little sneaky snack to keep that blood sugar pumping, and then we'll go for dinner. The fit. And we're gonna go to Shake Shack because I've never had Shake Shack before. Surprise. So, we're going to Park Burger. We're going to Park Burger, which if you're an OG vlog viewer, you know Park Burger because summer 2021 was the summer of the Colorado Trail and we'd get Park Burger after every time that I ran the Colorado Trail. And I think I have a Colorado Trail video where I was literally dreaming of getting a Park Burger well on the trail. Maybe more of that to come this summer. Wink, wink. Back from the restaurant and you'll never believe what I'm doing. I am putting in the work because if you don't put in the work, you don't get the results. So we're doing our practice questions as promised by our study for boards plan of doom and misery. Moment of truth, yesterday we got 80%. I don't feel that great about today. Let's see what we got wrong. Okay, a client with bipolar disorder is referred to occupational therapy to address life skills, specifically focused on IADL. The OTR notes the client's chart with the client experiences severe depression more often than hypermania. When providing intervention to this client, which is most important. Okay, this is where don't change your answer. If you answer something, don't change it. The answer that I had initially was to provide tasks with repetition and demonstrable directions. But then I was like, does that matter for bipolar? I don't know. So I changed it to that tasks are provided over a long duration of time, implying that the OT should see this patient over a long duration of time. But that wasn't right. That was wrong. And my initial answer was right. I'm just gonna go through the rest of these and take my notes as I do and do that. So we got custom branded boxes for our business and Jake picked them up today. So this is my reaction to seeing how many of them are in our living room right now. Where are we gonna put all of those? It's
deep too.
taller than me.
That's about 3,000.
3,000 boxes. You're doing it.
We're doing it.
Should we show them what it looks like? You guys can have a sneak peek. Where'd the one go? Oh my gosh. It's so cool. Like, these are boxes that are gonna be on people's doorsteps one day. Okay. There it is. It's the box, that's all I get to see. It's fun to grow a business with the person you love. As fun as it is, these cannot stay in my living room, so we're moving them down. I know you guys are here for grad school content, but I have said it before and I'll say it again. I'm a multifaceted person with more than one thing going on. And it is really exciting to be at a point with the biz, which Jake has grown from nothing, from a little idea in his little brain, to a thing where it's so busy that we had to get custom branded boxes because we were hand stamping boxes and he just didn't have the time for that anymore. And it's cool, the community that's come from it. So it's exciting. It's like, oh my gosh. It's the same as I was saying with CAD earlier, with the software. You can turn nothing into something. And that's so cool, to create something from nothing. I love creating. You already know how we're winding down the night. Be Friday. Starting the day off nice and early. We're gonna go get a rental dog. Jake's parents are out of town, so their dog, but we should go pick it up. It's 7 o'clock. Oh, Bumby. I have ADHD, and one thing about me is if I don't know what I'm doing next, I don't do anything. Like, if I'm choosing between doing 3 or 4 different things, I just don't do any of them. I call it getting stuck. That's not my name for it. Someone else came up with that. And I know the solution for me is making a to-do list and then just getting started on it. I know that. But I just refused to do that. It's time to do that now. It's not that I have nothing going on so I can spend an hour and a half on the couch. Like, that's not, I don't have time for that. And yet I did it. It's called Studying, but with a view. And the view is a dog. Studying view. Studying view. Yep. You're so comfy. We did the same as yesterday. I show you this because I hope that one day I make a video where I say I passed my NBCOT exam and you can see all of the progress that went into that moment. I am making muffins, but I am also not a chef. So we'll see how these turn out. But we live at elevation and I always have problems with cookies and I don't know, I haven't done research. I know that elevation affects like how things bake. So I'm curious if these will turn out or if they'll be messed up, but also haven't really cared enough to do the research on it. I wanted to get into baking and then the whole elevation thing just added a new layer, but maybe this will be a new thing that I go down. Yes, I have other things I should be doing and I am baking muffins, so don't worry about it. Listen, they're in there. There was a part that asked for a pastry cutter. I don't even know what that is. I used a fork. I mashed everything up. We'll see. Guys, Guys, I'm dropping out of OT school. I'm opening a bakery. While those were baking, I was working on making sure that my hours were all good because we have to submit them at the 4-week mark, which is today. I'm on week 4 of my capstone, which is nutter butters. So I wanted to share with you kind of like how much work is a capstone. I mean, it's the same amount of work for everyone. You need to hit 560 hours, which I'm on week 4. That's 40 hours a week. So I'm on week 4. So I should be at, I think it's 160. So I'm currently at 162 hours and 55 minutes. A majority of that time has been spent on my learning objectives, my 1A, 1B, 1C, 1D, 2A, 2B, 2D a little bit. So, and then I have up to 3D. I have 3A, 3B, 3C, and 3D in learning objectives that I haven't even touched yet. And it's kind of nuts to think that in 10 weeks, I will be done with all of those. And also in 10 weeks, Taylor Swift will release an album. It's gonna be a very exciting week. The week of April 19th. I'll be finishing my capstone. We'll get new T Swift music. That's all that's happening, but that's still all very exciting stuff. But yeah, so far I'm 162 hours and 55 minutes dedicated towards capstone. I know that I don't show a lot of the work that I do. I kind of try to show you like the progress updates just because like B-roll of me sitting at my computer, I just don't think that's interesting. If you think it's interesting, tell me, let me know, and I'll include it. Maybe I can be better about being like, it's noon and I'm done working or whatever. Super easy dinner idea. We do 2 hamburger patties. I put pepper, salt, there's my muffins, and garlic salt on them. And then green beans, and we usually make a little orzo with Parmesan or mozzarella, one of the two, but we have some left over. And that's literally the meal. You can also do like spinach and mushrooms, but frozen green beans are easy to have on hand. So this is like a freezer meal. We keep frozen patties. These are grass fed, but you can just do any frozen patty. And it's just like a quick, when you need a quick freezer meal, but you also don't want to eat like chicken nuggets or something. It's more healthy. It's also fun because I got a little sous chef with me today. What do you think, Zara? Am I good at cooking?
Tell the people, am I a good chef? Am I a good chef? What do you think?
What's fun about having a rental dog, we're dog sitting, is I will never blow a green bean to cool it down for a dog. But for this dog, I can.
Do you like the green bean? Is that yummy?
If you do cook on cast iron and are like me and suck at cleaning them, just add some water immediately after you're done cooking while it's still warm, and then you start soaking it right away, and then when you go to clean, it's already been soaked. On that note, I will see you next week. You know the drill. Like, subscribe. It's awesome to have you.